Wins or losses? Which one do you think is more important?
Wins or losses? What's more important? I am not sure. That's my honest position. I am not sure what is more important. I think what is important is your ability to learn from a win or a loss. I have seen incredibly talented athletes fixate on a loss and get stuck in a rut, if you understand what I mean. I've also seen incredibly talented athletes fixate on a win or wins and start approaching their sport as if they cannot be defeated. So what it comes down to is, if you're going to participate in a sport, any sport, it doesn't even have to be Muay Thai, you have to first come to the realization that it is a sport. There are going to be wins, there are going to be losses. You are going to prepare as best as possible to put yourself in that winning column as much as possible. However, when the losses come, and if inevitably they do come, in a sport like Muay Thai, it's really hard to not lose, right? When those losses come, you need to take the lesson from it, because a loss is an opportunity to understand where your game needs to improve. A win is an opportunity to identify what you are strong at, right? So they both work hand in hand. One of the reasons why I think I've had decent success over the years was every single loss that I have, as long as I had a video recording of that match, I would obsess over it. I would watch those videos over and over and over again to see what I did wrong. And sometimes it's not about what I did wrong, but also to see what I didn't do right. And there's a big difference there. The point, however, is being able to identify where the gaps are, or the holes, and take action to fix them. I noticed that I had a lot of fights where I would land good shots, like clean shots, and I would be able to rock a person, right? So dazzle them a bit, but I wasn't putting them down. So I invested time and effort in training with one of Canada's greatest, Crew Clifton Brown. That Crew Clifton is known to be a power hitter. Everything he throws like crushes the soul, right? And I spent a year, maybe a year and a half, investing in one-on-one sessions with Crew Clifton to develop that power. At least that's what I went to him to get, from my perspective, because I needed to fill that gap. That adventure, of course, spawned into much more, because it became a conversation, it became a journey of understanding Muay Thai from a very different nuance. And in exploring from that angle, and from those nuances, I should say, I started honing power delivery. Did it work? Once the training started and I understood and I started applying it into my own frame and how I move around the ring, people started falling. It no longer became a stun shot, it became a done shot. The key thing to remember here is your wins and your losses do not define you. Your wins and your losses reflect your position in the martial art at a point in time. If you're an athlete and you're looking to push forward along that path, you're going to have to come to terms with that and use your wins, use your losses to fuel your development, because that's what's really important.